Uh, Go Gox.
Welcome to Movie the
Ugh.
Podcast. That's right, Movie the
Yeah.
Podcast. Yeah, it's World Cup season. The
That's
Knicks are
right.
your basketball champions, and we got to watch a movie about a sport, and that sport is rollerball.
Yeah.
Not the James Caan, not the Jimmy Caan, but the Chrissy Klein rollerball.
Yeah.
The Lawrence Cool J.
Is that what LL Cool J's real name is?
Double
No,
Lawrence.
it's
No.
James.
Ladies
Yeah.
love cool James.
Yeah.
I owe him an apology because I believe on our episode, our previous episode, which Mind Hunters,
Yeah, Mindhunters.
I was like, LL Cool J is the worst actor I've ever seen, and Chris Klein was like, hold my beer.
Chris Klein sucks. Like
Dude,
that guy.
He is so bad.
sucks.
Like he like puts everyone into like perspective now. I'm like, I guess Jennifer Lopez isn't that bad of an
Yeah,
actress.
like Charlie Hunnam, we owe you an apology,
Right?
sir.
Yeah, exactly. Like Chris Klein, like how did that guy ever become an
Because
actor?
he's sort of handsome.
The first two movies he's in, the thing he does works, right?
Yeah,
Like
no, when he's all
handsome,
striker,
and when
yeah.
he has to be like, "Hey, I'm being sensitive," and that's the only. This is the
He's-
only
he's-
direction he can go. Like it works when you're supposed
He's-
to be the guy that becomes sensitive, and when
But,
you're
like-
the doofus in Election. Like those are the two
he's
movies he's best in.
90s. He's 90s center part Timu Keanu Reeves handsome.
I mean, he's kind of funny in Election. That movie's pretty good.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
good
that
in
movie's
Election.
not
Like
bad.
I think he works when. I mean, that's also Alexander Payne doing a good job directing
Yeah.
what he's got, right?
Wasn't he in a
John
movie?
McTiernan is too busy
Yes.
bugging
He was in
producers.
a movie with Ryan Reynolds. It was like a romantic comedy. I remember that being kind of fun. I don't know.
There was the one.
That was not funny.
With
was
Heather
not funny?
Graham.
It was the one with
Oh, the Heather Graham
Amy.
movie.
Amy Smart where Ryan Reynolds was
Yes.
the first half of the movie.
That's the
That
movie.
movie
No, but
was
he was in-
not funny.
was
He was in
not
the movie
funny.
where like Heather Graham was his sister and he's trying to pork her the whole time.
Yeah,
That's the movie.
The Fornicator.
Yeah.
Dude. The movie the podcast productions presents The Fornicator.
I mean, my money says that Chris Klein about like circa 2000, 2002 was slaying it. Like I think he was probably doing.
Okay.
I think he was doing numbers. I'm
guarantee
just
you,
saying.
Chris Klein 2026 is still getting a fair amount of pussy.
Is he still active? Has he done anything?
Yeah,
like
no, he's
that?
doing
He
things.
he was just in the Fear Street Prom Queen movie.
I only watched the first one of those, which I thought was shockingly decent. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It's an option.
2026. His hair's looking a little rough. Looks like he's got some plugs or something. Yeah.
his wife is like
Time destroys us
objectively
all.
attractive.
He's also aging into being Chinese, which is interesting.
Dominic
He's China maxing.
Call Uncle Junior or whatever that kid's name is.
Oh,
Uncle
Dominic
Roger?
Chinese.
Oh,
No. Oh yeah, him. But no, that rapper is like, who's that rapper
That's
spin and
that's
turn
still
Chinese?
the funniest thing you've ever said, dude.
it is.
Who the fuck is Dominic Chinese?
It's right up there with Jew Nork and what was the Golem one for Alec that fucking killed?
Oh, Golemite.
Golemite. Golemite was so good. It just writes itself.
I
Golemite.
don't think anything ever beats Daredevil. With that picture
Daredevil
that
is
you
pretty
drew.
funny.
That picture that TJ drew of the eyes. His eyes are like actual binoculars in his body.
Daredevil. All right, let's get on with it.
For the classic ones, I know this is tooting my own horn. I did enjoy the Nelson Mandela bit for a while.
That was a
Nelson
good one.
Mandela is classic. It's so classic. I didn't even know we did it on the show, to be honest. Yeah. No, I
That
to this day will yell about F.W. de Clark or whatever his name is.
That
I scream
fucking
that all the
bitch.
time. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. I'm literally
Gogs'
referencing Us.
entire King of New York as Christopher Walken was pretty good too.
Was good. Memories.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the show. What did you guys watch that wasn't Rollerball? Did anybody watch the original Rollerball?
I thought
seen
about it.
Has anybody, Sean, you've seen it? Anybody else?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
hot take. I really like the original. It's a lot.
I
of
love
fun.
the original.
It's a
Yeah.
good movie that has a point of view. So yeah,
So it's
Like,
also
weird,
like
though,
Death Race 2000. Is it like that kind
no,
of
it's
vibe?
not that goofy.
Okay.
I feel like
mean,
it's kind
it
of
folds. It's a good double feature with Death Race
Yeah.
2000. Though. Like it,
Yeah.
Sean has talked about this a lot, but I have a very strong affinity for like that 70s sci-fi, like high
Yeah.
concept sci-fi stuff. I love most of those movies.
That's funny because I was just going to
70s
mention
ridiculous sport sci-fi movies.
Oh yeah,
It's a very
absolutely.
niche genre.
I feel like it's like of a pair with THX 1138, which is a movie I should like but never quite do. Maybe I'll like it now if I go back and watch it. But
Well, here's the fun part. Because of George Lucas, you can't ever watch the original version.
oh, I
'cause
own
you
it
can-
though.
Oh, you got the real cut.
Yeah.
I have like I think it's a DVD. I don't even think it's a Blu-ray. And I was like, oh, they're gonna put
Same.
both versions on. Nope. They just did the
Oh.
fucking Star Wars thing where you have to watch the goddamn all that CGI bullshit that he threw in there. It's like, oh, I know what this movie needs. A scene where you see the robot cops getting built. It's like, God damn it.
I thought you were about to say robot cock, and I was like, well,
Oh,
what's
no,
wrong,
I-
what's
come
wrong
on,
with
dude. I'd be-
what's wrong
I'd
with
be into
that?
that. I'd be
The
way
movie
into
is,
that.
is strongly about cock though.
Oh, yeah.
I also loved what was that Bitmap Brothers fucking future sport game that was on like Amiga, but it was on Genesis too. Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Anyway.
I wish there was
all
a
right,
Smash TV movie. That would be fun.
dude. Oh, that would be sick. That would be sick.
We could do
TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your another
I mean,
movie
Smash TV is
podcast.
sort of almost akin to like a Running Man, right?
Running Man.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah, it's like
similar.
Running Man smashed with RoboCop, smashed with some
Maybe
other
we can
stuff.
get the rights to Total Carnage. We might not have Smash TV money.
Fair.
Or
Yeah.
Loaded. How about Loaded? Shout out Loaded.
The PlayStation 1 game loaded?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that game rocked. Alec, what'd you watch this week, buddy?
Couple of things.
Couple of things.
Couple.
What did I watch? Oh man,
So numerous he can't put a number in front of it.
no, I could put a number on them, and the number is 0 good things.
No. You've been
Oh.
kind of on a negative run here lately, I feel like.
Yeah. I watched a movie called Nano Shark.
All right.
Well, this is
Basically-
kind of your fault.
It's basically, well, it was an hour and 9 minutes. I was like, how bad
Okay.
could it be? And the answer is extremely.
No one would make a bad
It's
short
basically
thing.
it's basically inner space, but with a shark.
They injected a shark in someone?
Yeah, this kid, like a senator's son or something, has some rare kind of blood cancer that they can't cure, but they can shrink down a shark that can eat the cancer.
Like Pac-Man?
Why can't they just shrink the cancer?
Because it would
That's
still
true.
be in there.
Oh.
They have the technology. They have the technology to put a miniature shark in there, but they don't have the technology to shrink and remove the cancer.
So
It's-
hold up.
It's
Wait,
a real
continue-
Whitey on the moon situation.
Yeah.
but wait a minute. Like,
We need to put the shrinking laser on the shark so that then you can shrink the cancer, but then you have to make a tinier shark to deal with that cancer.
did the shark? Does please continue about how this resolves itself?
I mean, yeah. I
Um,
can't-
So the miniaturized shark that is supposed to eat cancer, their resolution to get the shark out before it re-embiggens itself,
Oh.
which you have a limited time frame before you get big again,
Of
is
course.
they send in a submarine after the shark to extract the shark from the boy. Everybody on the submarine gets eaten by the shark because they keep going outside the sub to do things like to the shark and to like repair the sub.
Did
They keep
Like, how much would this cost?
Did they
Right.
train the shark to eat cancer specifically?
nope.
Sharks
Their
just
whole
eat
plan was
cancer.
just
It's
gonna
like
go and
Deep Blue Sea
we're gonna-
where they don't get Alzheimer's, so we have to make their brains bigger. They eat cancer, so we have to make them smaller.
Hey, makes sense to me.
deepest bluest by heads
I
like
do
sharks.
feel like this should lead to a movie called Nano Meg, where they have to shrink Jason Statham down and send him inside someone's body.
Oh my God! It's the largest nano shark ever.
The Min.
Yeah, and he's
Oh,
gonna
man.
go in there.
Megalodon.
He's got to swim in there and punch through it. But then at the end, he explodes out of the person because they don't get him out in time.
Oh, I got you cancer. And the kid's just in pieces all over the room.
Yeah.
Yes, so the kid and the shark and the submarine both get expelled via the kid's butthole when he farts them out.
Nice.
Classic.
And then it turns out that it was a misdiagnosis and he didn't have cancer the whole time. So this was just
Wow.
a waste of a
Wow.
waste of a
What a
shrinkage.
resolution.
So it's a real
Waste
Strait
of
of Hormuz situation, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a waste of a nano shark.
All that
But
DARPA
yeah, I
money.
figured an hour and 9 minutes, like, can't be that. Like, I can sit through that. Well, I was wrong.
Well,
I feel like
as
Shark
happens.
Exorcist, Shark Exorcist was like 42 minutes, including the credits. We barely made it through that.
yeah, that was
Shark
rough.
Exorcist is Citizen Kane compared to
Oh
Nano
my
Shark.
God.
Holy shit.
Shark Exorcist, we at least laughed a few times.
That is true. And then
I think
we thought
that
the
was
movie was
That was the power of friendship that had nothing to do with the movie.
yeah, we thought the movie was over, and then they had like a 25-minute like weird like epilogue post credit thing that was, remember, it was like in a mall and it had like nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
yeah.
It was like, what the fuck?
Shout out Shark Exorcist.
Shark
Exorcist walked so Nano Shark could run.
Turned into Shark Exorcist.
Nice.
I mean, yeah.
That does sound like the resolution of the
Fart out
movie
the
is the
shark.
kid has to shart. Yeah.
Hey, sharted him out.
Second movie I watched was called Cottage Country. And I
Okay.
thought, have you guys seen Tucker and Dale vs. Evil?
Love
Yeah.
it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Love it.
Totally.
Yeah, it has the same guy, not Alan Tudyk, but the other guy. And it's like,
Dale.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's his real name, Dale.
Right.
And it's just Tucker Carlson as the Tucker in this one.
What are we
Yeah,
doing?
Tucker Carlson and Dale
Is that your
Oakley.
Tucker Carlson?
It is.
It's not bad. Now do your Tucker Carlson just grilling Ted Cruz on Iran statistics.
Everyone is talking about nano sharks, but who's asking these questions?
Why
I'm
would they
not.
do that?
Are you?
Do you want sharks in your blood? I don't think so. But the liberal media would have you believe they will eat your cancer.
Yeah, he does that thing where he has like the short punctuated sentences,
Yeah.
and then adds it with an inflection. Yeah.
Why are we
You-
here?
You know who does a great Tucker Carlson is Nick Mullen. His Tucker Carlson fucking kills me. Who leaked these nudes? Who's jacking off to me? Are you? I'm not. It's funny as hell.
The state of Israel
Also-
would want you to, but
Also,
I
it's fucking
won't.
weird in 2026 that I find myself agreeing with fucking Tucker Carlson.
You don't have to.
I
he,
mean,
he agrees with you, but it's not the
Yeah.
other way around.
Yeah,
point,
that's correct.
And Cottage Country is
They
not
shrink
good.
a tiny house.
The dude, Malin Ackerman is in it, so if that
Ooh.
tells you anything.
Yeah.
I think I've
She
seen
is
this
not
movie.
a
Is it
mark
on
of
Hulu?
quality.
So they are Malin Ackerman and
I saw
Dale.
this. It's on Hulu, right?
don't something. I forget what it was. Might have
Okay.
been Tubi.
Which things are?
Yeah, might have been Tubi. I think it was Tubi because I don't have Hulu right now.
I forgot Marlon Ackerman existed. Like, I forgot that shit.
It's about
Like,
Silk Spectre
No,
2.
Silk Spectre.
Marlon
She had
Ackerman.
a Chris Klein-esque career.
She's the lady equivalent to Chris Klein.
yeah, that's true.
Fucking Malin Ackerman. Take that.
Yeah, screw
Um,
you.
You have a lot of money and you're still hot.
Yeah,
Uh,
She
still
got a
probably
bit of a
home.
five head. I'll stand
So
by
they
10
are
toes down.
Always coming in on that. Appreciate that.
These two are recently engaged, or he's about to propose to her, or something. And then his at a lake house that his family owns it. And then his shitheel brother shows up when he's not supposed to have the house that weekend, and then he ends up killing his brother out of
Oh,
rage. And about the only
That's
good
like the
thing in
Bible.
the movie,
it's a good of emotion to have.
and about the only good thing in the movie
S tier.
is when he kills his brother, he hits him in the neck with an axe, and it looks really good. Like,
Alright.
it's a really
This
good.
isn't
Like,
this isn't a rom com. This sounds dark.
it's kind of dark. but it's not dark enough where it's actually entertaining.
Mm.
Yeah, he kills his brother, and then it turns out his brother had set up a party before he died. So like 50 people show up like looking for him. They end up killing other people as hijinks ensue to keep it quiet about the brother. And then at the end, he realizes his fiance doesn't even really like him. She just wants to get married. And he ends up, or she goes to jail for the murder, but he gets shot in the head and is basically mentally handicapped. And his dad has to take care of him.
Jesus.
It's really
What
weird.
a movie.
Convoluted.
And it's not good at all.
Yeah.
Yo, what a fucking movie.
Yeah, it's wild.
Kind of very
In a
bad
bad way.
thingsy there at the end.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah, the end is kind of like that. When I was watching, I was like, "Oh, the end's pretty dark." Like he has like a 4-second memory. He just keeps asking his dad the same questions over and over.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, the Nano Shark cover looks like an Atari 2600 game.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it's like an Atari game. And
So,
then we
That's a
watched
thumbs down for Cottage Country and Nano Shark.
thumbs down for both. And then we watched all of Detroiters, which
Nice.
That
is
show rules.
Yeah.
absolutely incredible.
It's phenomenal.
But you don't I think you should leave, right? Like I
Nope.
feel
And
like
we tried watching it again after that, and
I'm
did
shocked.
not care for it.
Detroiters has structure and heart to it. So, like, I get that.
I changed one of the dogs' names to Tommy Pencils because of that show.
You guys want those
Uh-uh.
beers hot or cold? Cold.
It's like
Yeah,
blowing off the
what's
steam off the beer.
What's up?
What's up?
Shout out Tommy Pencils.
You should watch The Chair Company.
We watched the first episode. Did not like that either.
Oh,
Because after watching Detroiters, we were like, well, we should give some of this stuff a shot because it was so good. But nah.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, Tim, that briefcase, it wasn't even my shit. That's worse. Like,
Yeah.
that's worse, right?
But man, like I personally, like I think Sam Richardson's like one of the funniest people on
Oh,
earth.
he's great.
He's so
Yeah.
He's
amazing.
so good. When he was and him and Veep as Richard Splett,
I never
like when
saw
they
it.
introduced him, when they
Yeah.
introduced him to the cast, like he stole every scene. And like I love that whole show. Veep,
He's good
but-
in Ted Lasso too.
Yeah, he is. He has a movie that I want to watch about werewolves.
That movie is awesome. I really loved it. It's a lot of
I
fun.
gotta check that out.
The Werewolf Within, I believe is what it's called. I really liked it. It's got
Yeah,
your
just-
girl in it, TJ.
Ooh, which one?
The one with the cans that sells the cell phones.
The one.
Squirrel
that-
Girl.
Oh,
yeah.
Mileno Weintraub or
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah,
The one who only acts in commercials.
Nate's a real pervert. He knows her first and last name. Right
She
off
was
the
in
rip.
Project Hail Mary also.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot I saw that.
hmm
I'll talk about
I
it.
don't even remember her in that. Was she the
She's the Russian
astronaut.
astronaut that dies, and we see her
Oh.
twice in
for like
cutscenes
a
and
few
flashbacks.
seconds each time?
Yeah. Calling into question why they put so much weight on the fact that they were dead in the first place when we don't actually learn to care about them like I expected in the story.
Yeah, we don't care about it at all.
Yeah.
But Detroiters, 2 big thumbs up.
Nice.
Sean,
I watched 2 things. I
Two
forgot I watched
things?
one of them.
2 things.
I watched the aforementioned Project Hail Mary. Or no, I watched 3 things the last time I've been on the show, I guess.
3 things.
I watched Project Hail Mary. It was fine.
Yeah.
Fine, Rape Sean.
Perfectly cromulent. The puppet was neat. Beyond that, I didn't really give a shit. Like, I know it's bad. Like, I could not care.
No,
Like,
that's how
you're
I
so-
felt.
I don't know. Maybe it makes it a worse movie if they're cutting back to Earth in present time and not like that flashback again that nobody cares about. Like, 'cause you don't really like. Oh, he becomes brave. I guess is his arc because they had to like sedate him and put him on the thing. But like, I'm so disconnected from what's going on Earth that it feels like they're just kind of farting around. Like, it feels like they were like, Arrival is too heady. Let's make an Arrival for like your mom. I don't know. Like, I hate to
That's an
like
insult.
classify movies.
Yeah, he doesn't even have an arc because it's not like he doesn't get the choice to be brave or not. Like he has to be brave to survive.
Yeah.
He goes from not wanting to do a thing to being required to do a thing, and that's not an arc. That's just like what it is. Like the friendship is the only part of the movie that's really satisfying, and the rest of it's yeah, just kind of like okay. I would have loved to have seen like the fact that it takes him what like 80 years to get back. Like all these people are in their very old by the time they get the message.
I feel like you can have a shorter, better movie. He's just some astronaut with like we don't really give a shit about his circumstances and meets the rock puppet, and it's enemy mine or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you don't need all the other bullshit.
I would like to see that puppet fuck him and make him pregnant. That would be cool.
It's like for sure he jacked him off at least, right?
My God.
Yeah. That's what enemy mine is, right? Is that the alien gets Dennis Quaid pregnant? Isn't that the whole thing?
No, Dennis
that's
Quaid
the
gets
other way around.
pregnant.
Oh, well, vice versa. Fine.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Well, that's about colonialism because the Dracs are black. That short story is actually really interesting. It's very good. But I also watched Buffet Infinity, which is my favorite movie
Hell
of the last like 3 or 4
I
years.
really want to watch that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay, you saw it too.
Yeah, I watched it. It's good.
I want to watch it after what TJ talked about.
I fucking loved it. I think you weren't on last week. Yeah, Nate was talking about it last week. It's fucking fantastic, right? Or did you hate it?
No, I loved it. I just said it was like one of my favorite movies of the last couple of years.
I thought you were trying to psych me out. You're trying to
No. It's like, who cares what a bunch of birds think? Like it's one of those movies that like has a lot on its mind, but it's like so bizarre. It kind of, and I shouldn't watch movies like this because it just lets me down for every other movie that I watch. It's like, oh, we could be doing interesting shit, and then we're not.
Would
Same
you say
kind
it's
of problem.
better or worse than Nano Shark?
Based on just your description, I'm going to say worse. But
I was hoping you'd do the
it probably
Daryl
costs the
Strawberry.
same.
I don't know you, but yes.
I'm going to say yes.
yeah.
I don't know.
And like it couldn't have cost anything, but just like the escalation from just the basic local access commercial to all the shit that's going on in this town, like that movie fucking rules. It's brilliant. And I watched Brain Candy again, which is like a movie that people did not like, I guess, and made like
congratulations, guys, we did it.
Who are you?
Just a guy.
Some guy.
Count on my head.
I love the part where he's like the fucking fake Danzig, and he's like, "I got a new drug," and they just call it every
horse tranquilizers. No, not horse tranquilizers.
Also, I think the first time you see that character, he just walks up to the mic and goes,
yeah. Have a stummies.
Yeah, it's kind of like Stummies. Go on. It's exactly like Stummies. What's the catch? It's a much bigger pill. Well,
why do we get the big table in here?
You wanted that thing you just asked for just now? Yeah, we're on it.
On top of that,
when I was younger, I didn't realize he's doing a Lorne Michaels impression, but it's actually really funny. And
isn't that what got him
bigger.
fired from the show? Or that was maybe that Lorne Michaels hated.
But it's funny
because
I mean, it took me very long to realize, like years, that Dr. Evil is just Lorne Michaels.
Yeah,
like the Austin Power, and Mike Myers says it. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't know until I saw it. Like I didn't put that together myself.
Yeah, Dr. Evil is just Lorne Michaels. Like if you think about it, it's the same voice he's doing in like not the same actor obviously, but it's the same. If you think about the character in Brain Candy, and it's like, oh well, sure, like I can't.
Do it. No, I'm with you. I got you.
Can I get you anything, Chris? Nick's tickets, AA batteries.
Oh yeah.
As long as there aren't any flipper babies. There
has been a few flipper babies.
That movie fucking rules. I love it so much.
Life is short. Life is short.
Soon it will be over.
It loses something in the translation. They make the monkeys jack off. They show them this really filthy monkey pornography and then jack off, and then they collect the cum, and that's what they make the drugs out of.
Is the gay dad is in that one, right? That's not from the show. Or he's like, what's dad doing? Oh, he's upstairs watching gay porn.
Mr. November.
Why are these types? Why do they always think I'm one of them?
Now I have to
You
watch
are
it
one
again.
of them. I know
love
it. Your kids know it. Dogs know it.
the way he resigns himself. And the kid said that the wife just looks up and she goes, again.
Again, did you clean the gun, son? Yep. Good boy. Anyway,
Fucking banger of a movie.
yeah.
They never made
God,
another movie, which is unfortunate.
no. Well, that movie.
I watched a little bit of the revival on Prime,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
how was that?
it did not have the same magic as the original. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, that's a problem when you come back. I feel like it's never quite there. It's hard to capture lightning in a pan like that.
Looking at you, Arrested Development.
Yeah, yeah. I did like the first season then when they came back. I enjoyed that one. Wasn't too bad.
But that was it for me. Gogs.
Here we go. Lots of things. I'll keep it
That's
brief.
going on like a month.
Lots of things. Wow.
Yeah.
Here
All
we
right.
go.
Here we go. Mindhunters sucks. It's like
Oh,
new
yeah.
metal.
Oh, you watched it even.
Oh, I watched it. I watched.
Oh,
It was way
God.
grosser than I expected it to be. It was like, again, it was Dracula. It is the Johnny Lee Miller Dracula 3000 new metal, like extreme attitude era, everything. That movie, I did not expect the movie to be that gross. And it just sucks on ice. I also watched Escape from LA. That movie sucks. I must have a thing for the Hell House movies because I ended up watching Hell House Lineage and Hell House Lake of Fire. Hell House Lineage, not good. Hell House 3 Lake of Fire, better. And I think I have a soft spot in my heart for the original Hell House LLC. So
Yeah, I
you
don't
guys
like
haven't.
it. I watched it recently. I just didn't do anything for
There's
me.
something about it I just kind of low key love. I
Isn't
watched.
is Lineage the newest one? Because they made one recently, and I don't think it's found footage. It's like a regular movie.
It is like a regular movie.
Yeah,
And it's not great.
yeah.
Anywho,
That's what I kept
uh,
hearing from people that like the original.
like I keep dipping my toe into like Shudder things. I watched this movie called Night of the Reaper.
Wow.
It's
Good title.
it's a good title. The movie kind of sucks. I thought it was going somewhere, and then it didn't. I mean, it went somewhere, but I didn't like where it went. And I watched another movie called Whistle, and that movie sucks. It's like, imagine if you had like an Aztec death whistle, and then that triggers an It Follows situation.
Oh yeah, I saw I saw that on Shutter too. Yeah, no good, huh?
Also sucks. And then the only thing I think I watched,
Should have been made by the Yin Yang twins.
Blow the Whistle.
Absolutely.
Uh, I think
I
I
always
think
liked at the beginning of those songs they just made random sounds.
boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I think the only thing I watched that I even kind of remotely liked that I wasn't contractually obligated to do for the show was
Wait,
Pixar's
you have
Yeah,
a
you have a
contract?
dude, you weren't
Yeah,
supposed to
see,
talk. You weren't supposed to talk about that, Gox.
that was
You
part of
weren't
that
supposed-
NDA you had me
Yeah,
sign.
god damn it. Now they know.
Uh, I watched Disney, maybe Pixar's Hoppers. It's fine. It's fun. It's like it's like Avatar. It made me chuckle. So that's
It's like Avatar? What is it about?
Oh, do you not know what okay, so here's the
No,
premise.
I don't know anything about it.
Like these researchers are they're trying to study nature, and there's like this big environmental this disruptive plot to build a highway, and it's ruining this marsh where this girl used to spend time with her grandmother, and this girl is trying to fight it, and she stumbles upon some secret plot at her college where these researchers are making robot animals and then injecting their consciousness a la Avatar into them. So then those animals can run around the animal world and communicate with each other, and then it's her in that. But
It
it's
seems very high concept for like a Pixar movie.
yes, and it's interesting because of the way it does like the animal world versus the human world and how they can communicate. And I think they kind of bit off of what's the one with the raccoons have the big testicles in the Japanese movie.
Nuki?
No. The Miyazaki movie.
Oh, Spirited Away.
No, with the
Uh,
raccoons and it's also about like environmentalism.
Princess
Princess
Mononoke.
Mononoke.
No, the Tanuki suit one where they're like disrupting the development and
My Neighbor Totoro.
nope. Ponpoko?
Christ.
Ponpoko?
Ponyo. Ponyo.
Ponpoko.
Oh, I don't know
I
Ponpoko.
think Ponpoko. Anyway, you never saw that? Anyway,
No, I've only seen three Studio Ghibli movies, and one of them we watched on the show that I didn't like.
oh well, so like this movie is like, well, this one is a reference for nobody.
Oh, Ponpoko, yeah, looks
This is
cute.
Disney's answer to Ponpoko, which is like when you're in like animal world, the animals have the white part of the eye, and then they're like more whatever, and then when you're in human world, you're looking at the animals, they're just little black beady eyes. It was just a
Hmm.
weird way of like translating who can communicate with who. But anyway, it's not bad. If any of you decide to, take a child to a movie, Obverse is perfectly cromulent. um, that is the rundown of everything I've watched since the last time I was here. And just for the sake of bookkeeping, I am giving Mindhunters a 3 because it was slightly better than Hackers. Nate.
I watched multiple things. I'm not going to count them either because we're not counting if it's more than
We're
three.
not counting. We're not here for numbers.
First thing I watched was
Except for the numbers we assigned to every movie we watched.
Oh yeah, shit. Forgot about that.
I went to the theater last week and
Me too.
turns out there was like a false door and it led me into the back rooms. So
Oh shit. I hate when
I
that happens. You
I
no
walked around
clipped
in
out of
there.
reality.
I know clipped. That movie's very good. I
Back
really
rooms is
liked it.
good.
I
I
agree
enjoyed
with
it a
what you
lot.
said, TJ, about like I could have taken 20 more minutes at the end. Like I could have gone further with it.
Yeah, I felt
You
like
wanted
that's
more movie.
Yeah,
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 that's my
I would have happily accepted more movie. I don't think it's a failure without that, but it like the movie ends on this very interesting sort of desperate quiet tragedy moment that is
Mhm.
that I think like the more time I've spent thinking about it, like the more it resonates as like a very functional ending, considering everything that sort of happens in the movie. But
Yeah.
I think they did a great job considering that like I watched the majority of the YouTube series. It doesn't try to redo that. It kind of goes like, hey, you if you're here, you've probably already seen that. So we're gonna give
Yeah.
you a different premise where we try to give a little bit of like explanation and put some meat on what this world is in a way that resonates like with an individual person and others.
Yeah, but
Yes.
also as someone like that hadn't watched that shit, like I didn't watch it till after the movie. And it's not like I was lost or
That was
anything.
my
Like you
question. I didn't know if
No.
you have any sort
No,
of
no, yeah,
No,
you
but
don't
I
have
think
to.
I
It's
think
mostly like you just miss out. I guess like the bread and butter of the YouTube stuff is that it's all the found footage, like a camcorder and heavy breathing
yeah.
and walking through the spaces. And the movie only does that for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And then it stops
Yeah.
doing that and it's doing more conventional movie style shooting.
Yeah. I again I'm talking around the movie. I don't want to spoil anything, but did you agree that like again, I can't say specifically, but I felt like for there's a part in the movie where there's a character that like his whole demeanor shifts like on a dime. I'm just gonna say the dinner scene. I'm sure you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, 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 totally.
Like I felt like I needed like 10 minutes more build up to that scene because it's like when it happens, it's like very jarring. And I've seen people kind of explain like, oh, he was stuck in the back rooms and there's like time acts weird there.
Yeah,
And I'm fine with that. And I
I think
agree
that
with
there's
that.
a longer time jump that's supposed to be in the movie
Yeah.
that doesn't read well because he does like he leaves the phone message that is in the movie and it sort of implies that he's stayed in there for like 3 weeks to a month and he's been missing
Right.
his appointments. And if you spent that much time in there, it makes more sense. But because the movie it does that over the course of like 4 minutes, it doesn't feel cinematically long enough. So I agree with you. Like that would have helped. But I mean, I loved again, like without spoiling anything, like I love the idea that there's a kind of cosmic horror that is mostly just
Yeah.
shit that you hold on to that never goes away. Like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
interesting. So yeah,
Yeah,
Backrooms is awesome.
I've always like that, I love the idea of like I don't know, kind of memory and how like imperfect it is and how we kind of, you remember something or you're nostalgic for something, but it's not quite reality. And I feel like the Backrooms like nailed that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
How it's remembering things, but how you remember them, not how actually are. Like it's one of the reasons why like I love like vaporwave music because that's like all about like weird nostalgia. Like I really like identify with that music because there's almost like a horror element to vaporwave because it's all like tape delay and weird and it mixes like weird samples from like old obscure 80s songs but then adds all this like weird distortion and reverb and like that kind of I always love that kind of idea of playing with that kind of idea and like I said when I talked about it couple weeks ago, like I'm a sucker for the horror movie trope of the character that is losing his grasp on reality. It's just
Yeah.
something I just always love. I gravitate towards that. And you touched on something I didn't really think about, but it is kind of a cosmic horror thing. And that all, you know what I mean, where it's something that's like beyond our comprehension.
I mean, Sean, you might be interested to know that, like, similar to the way Buffet Infinity seems to be expanding without end, the Backrooms might also be doing that, and that's an
Oh
interesting
yeah.
idea that it is.
But see, they touch on that at the very end and then the movie's over.
Right. No,
Because
I
they
know.
they
I
have
mean,
that
and
like
that's
drop line where
yeah,
they're like, oh, there's we found doorways everywhere, and I'm like, that's really cool. But I read
but yeah,
something that Parsons, that's his name, right? Um, he said that I guess they're planning on another movie, which is cool, and they want to do a TV show, and I'm like, I'm in. Like that sounds great because
yeah.
that's a. I mean, as long as it stays creative, which I think it will, like that's a recipe for success because it's not going to cost much. Like
And
it's
and the Backrooms is like a perfect sort of prestige ensemble anthology
yeah
thing where you just like bring in three more actors who haven't had work in a while that everybody recognizes and have them
yeah.
deal with
Let
like a
people
fantasy island level what's your bullshit this episode that
also
it would be great.
something I saw that I'm talking around the movie, but there's a scene at the end of the movie where the doctor is in the back rooms and she's in that weird hallway with all those like houses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So that I didn't know this, and you would never know this by watching the movie. So they actually so the ceiling in that scene is all CGI. So that was actually shot outside in an alley that they found this alley. Those houses and stuff are real. That's like a real place. And what they did was to make sure they could get that same lighting, they got these like bubble lights and they put like 16 of them up in a row and it was just like such like again like we talk about all the time like such a cool effect that you don't
Yeah.
even know like the best special effect you don't even fucking notice and then like when you see how you made it you're like that's so fucking clever and again a
Yeah.
movie that pretty low budget I think it was what $10 million or something it's already made like over $100 million like between that and like Obsession it's so cool to see these like small budget things like become huge. And like obviously like Obsession is like a huge hit. Everybody loves it. Backrooms a little more divided, but I think Backrooms is a pretty excellent film.
I
So
agree. Yeah. Uh I also watched 2009's cheerleader teen sex comedy Fired Up.
I've
Um
never seen that.
it was pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I watched it for the other podcast,
Did it
for
fire
Dave U
you up?
Buddies. I
Other
I
podcast.
I was very surprised at how much
That's
I
it.
enjoyed it.
Nate, you're off the show.
Okay,
I I,
bye.
I always
No
thought
moonlight.
it. I always
We have a
thought
no,
it.
we have a no moonlighting clause. Oh, in
I
the
always thought the show
contracts that
was.
we didn't know we had.
Yeah, only Gogs has that contract.
Oh, so only God
He's
can't moonlight.
yeah, Nate's allowed. Gogs is not. He's got a no compete clause in his contract.
I would be pissed. Gogs can barely make his own show, let alone do like guest spots on other shows.
Yeah, but how mad would you be if he could never make this show was on another show? It'd be terrible.
Literally what I just
That's
said.
what Sean said a second ago.
Basement rules.
No,
Backrooms
that
rules.
doesn't apply here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fired Up is it's funnier than it has any right to be. It's very 2009 also, so it's like the premise is two high school football players who have literally fucked every girl in their high school decide to skip football camp so they can go to cheerleading camp because there will be
Oh, I
300
thought they were
girls
gonna like
there.
bang each other, but that's fine.
No, but there is actually like it's a fairly progressive movie because there's a lot of gay stuff in it that is treated with like care and
Respect?
consideration. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just surprisingly good, despite like not being a good movie. I watched Toy Story 4, which I had not seen, in
Mm.
like Toy Story to ramp up to Toy Story 5 situation. It's great because Forky is a character in this movie. I don't know. Have any of you guys seen this?
I have not
Yes,
seen
I think
No.
so.
So like the little girl that all the toys are given to at the end of Toy Story 3 as the handoff, the emotional handoff. She's going to kindergarten and she doesn't have any of her toys with her, so she makes a uh, a little character out of a discarded spork and like a pipe cleaner and some
That's funny.
gum and a couple of tongue depressor pieces. And then he becomes Forky, who identifies himself only as trash and keeps trying to run two
Oh,
trash cans.
same.
And yeah, well, that was where I was at. So there's these great things like Woody basically is trying to convince him that no, he's a toy because the girl loves him, so he has to like be a person. So it's cute. It's a cute movie. I think it's really pretty funny. It kind of does the same thing all the Toy Story movies do at a certain point, where it's like, oh, now we're in a weird place where there's a sinister toy that also has a heart of gold, and just they've been heartbroken, so we have to fix it. But it's good. So we'll see. We'll see how 5 is.
I
Uh,
you mentioned Toy Story. I just saw this the other day and it made me laugh. So I don't think it was an asylum movie, but like you know how there's those studios that just like when a new movie's coming out, they're gonna make some knockoff movie and put the video on demand out or whatever they do nowadays since you don't have Redbox. So there's some knockoff Toy Story movie that just came out, and it's literally called New Toy Story. And
Like
I
the new
said,
Ghostbusters or the
it was
real
just, yeah, it's
Ghostbusters?
just called New Toy Story. And I said under the post, I was like, "There's going to be a lot of disappointed grandkids this Christmas."
Yeah, yeah, because somebody's gonna
Oh,
say, "Grandma, can I have the new Toy Story for Christmas?" And she's gonna type "new Toy Story" into Amazon and
exactly,
just send that shit.
exactly.
I
I
Yeah.
mean, that
thought that
shit's
was so
smart.
fun. I was like, they still make this shit. I didn't know. Anyway,
I also watched 2023's In the Land of Saints and Sinners, which I don't. You guys will be surprised to find out this is a movie where Liam Neeson plays a principled guy who takes the law into his own hands and kills some people.
I think I
No.
remember the trailer for this. Yeah, that's all he does now.
Yeah, yeah.
God help you if you're
It
black.
takes place in Ireland in the 70s during the Troubles, and the IRA part is only there to sort of set up that the people who are in the IRA are bad, which kind of was lame as a premise. He's like
Boo.
he's a veteran who is now a contract killer, so he's just like killing people, and then he finds out that like a little girl in this small town where he lives is being abused, and it turns out she's being abused by one of the IRA guys. So he kills the IRA guy, and then the IRA guy's sister comes after him. And cliche shit happens, like he has a kid that comes under his wing who's also a good shooter, but this kid wants to go to LA and play music and things, and like
supposed to go
of
shoot
course
things in LA.
he wants to start a band, and like of course he set like there is a scene that is literally the scene before this kid is then killed where he's like, I hope I can get to California someday. And then we have to loop to, you're not going to get to California, I'm sorry. I'm Liam Neeson.
Like that.
California one
It's like
Mr. Homer.
isn't
Yeah,
that fucking there's like a McBain scene in The Simpsons where
Yeah.
like
that's
his
what.
partner's gonna die and the boat is called like
The
gonna
live
live
forever.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's just yeah. It's I mean
Mendoza.
it's such a perfect 5 for this show where like I will completely forget about it now that I have spoken of it.
Oh sure,
It is
sure.
gone. But it's not like it's poorly done or anything. I mean, other than the fact that everybody in it is older, so it is like slow feeling, but still
Right.
faster than the movie Rollerball somehow. The last thing that I watched was
God damn.
Hokum,
Hmm.
I
and
wanted to see that.
What'd you think?
I
I
loved
loved it.
Hokum. I
Right?
thought it's
So
very
good.
well done. It's like, I mean, it's like the only thing it's not even a demerit. It's like another in the line of like trauma driven horror
Yeah.
things,
And the
but I think
merits.
it's done so well and with such ambiguity around the ending and what did and did not happen that it
Sure.
works really well.
Also, the guy that played the bellhop was great.
Yeah, the
The
bellhop guy is great. Like The
Played the weird donkey guy too, and then like the kids character that you have that flashback
Oh,
scene
did
too.
he really?
That's the
Yeah,
that's
that
the
makes
bellhop guy.
oh shit. That yeah. Everything like all the elements of the movie are really really cool and creepy and like there's there's creepy bunny costumes throughout the thing. There's like a lot of interesting sort of ways of dealing with memory and trauma and stuff. And then yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fantastic. It
Have
also
you seen?
has kind of a fascinating like bookend that's similar to that what was that? Ah, shoot. Now I can't remember the name of the guy that made that movie that had Lee Pace in it that I talked about a few weeks ago that you guys all liked.
Guardians of the
Uh,
Galaxy.
It's the like storytelling one where the stuntman has broken his
oh,
leg.
the fall, the
Yeah, the
fall.
fall. Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
fall's great.
very similar book ending
Yeah,
in this
definitely.
where there's a novel being written that is telling us a lot about mindset. But yeah, I think Hokum's good too. So check that out.
Have you seen Oddity or Caveat? His
I
other two
haven't yet. I
movies.
was gonna watch Caveat like right after
Dude,
I watched Hokum, but then I was like, it's 10 o'clock. I should probably
all
not
that
scare
guy has made
myself again.
three bangers. Like I said on the show, I personally still think Caveat is the best, but all three of his movies have been really good. I really liked Oddity too, but Oddity, I know actually it's funny. Oddity and Holcomb are very similar because Oddity is also kind of like a murder mystery kind of thing, whereas Caveat's not at all. Caveat is just weird horror movie premise, and then it just goes. But
It's
they're
something literally of a caveat to his
yeah.
his filmmaking
And
style.
once you watch this, you're gonna see, like I told you before, he puts these cute little Easter eggs from his other movies in every one of his movies.
Yeah, 'cause
Which
you mentioned like
it's
the bunny thing was in something else.
the bunny is in Caveat,
Yeah, okay.
and then the bell that they use in Holcomb is the bell that the like soothsayer character in Oddity uses. Speaking of Golem, what is it? I got it fucked it up already. Uh, uh, um,
Dolomite.
Golemite. There is a legit golem in Oddity. That's like the central
Oh,
point of the movie is that there's
cool.
a horrifying wooden man that just kind of sits at the table. Dude, you gotta watch. What's that guy's name? Damian McCarthy. That guy fucking rules. Like, I can't wait till
Yeah.
he puts something else out. So
Hell yeah.
yeah,
The
I'm
guy
glad
from the
you like
Wallflowers.
the Wallflowers. The band, the Wall. Oh, that was what's his name's kid, right?
Jacob
That
Dylan?
was
Jacob
yeah, Jacob
Dylan, yeah.
Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. I was thinking of McCartney.
No, Paul McCartney's in the Beatles. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
wasn't his son in the band?
uh, no, you're thinking of John Lennon's Untalented Children. He had two
Take
kids.
me down to the
Uh,
Julian
Julian,
Lennon and Sean Lennon.
he had a hit in the 80s, and then Sean just makes terrible like hippie music.
Julian Lennon is the Jude from Hey Jude
That's
because it's a
correct.
song about his parents getting divorced.
No, I saw like one of my favorite things is people that make weird shit on YouTube, and somebody made a video of Hey Jude where they do the ha na 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 part for I think 16 hours.
Nothing will top. What was that
It's
one? He goes,
beyond. Yeah,
Yes, man.
there's
Nothing will top that.
Fuck Bees Inc.
oh, dude, I forgot about the fuck beat.
Bees.
Yeah, no, there's a version. Somebody made a version of what the fuck, that bare naked lady song that's like it's been. Well, it's literally they just changed every instrument to saying it's been, and they play it all at once, and it just sounds like hell. It's funny as
It's an
shit.
absolute nightmare to listen to.
There's also a great one where somebody put Toto, like the Africa, they put that song up on YouTube, but they put it out of key, and it just it sounds unnerving. I fucking love it. Anyway, anything else?
Yeah, that's all I watched. TJ.
Well, it's another week on the show, another week where TJ watches something disappointing on Shudder. I love Shudder, but man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to rethink my Shudder subscription. They've been really not doing me favors lately. I watched Bird Eater. which is an Australian movie that came out in 2024, I think. I do love chicken.
Like
Shout
Wile E.
out to
Coyote.
Shout out to chicken, everybody. Yeah,
Would it
fried
scare you
chicken.
to find out that you too were a bird eater?
Yeah, right? This is another fucking Shudder movie that they claim this is a horror movie. This is not a fucking horror movie. The
Just for
movie
the
itself,
birds, probably.
the movie itself is kind of frustrating because I feel like if I watched it under the proper context, I might have actually enjoyed it. But putting it on Shudder and making it seem like it's a fucking horror movie, because I watched the trailer too before I watched it, it made me feel like this is a horror movie. But then I watched the movie, and it's not a horror movie. It's lightly suspenseful, I guess, but like there's no horror elements in this movie. The movie is about this couple, and you can tell from the jump that it's a toxic couple. Like the husband is like neglecting the wife, and the wife is like oddly always asleep. And I don't know, I think there's even before the credits, there's a part where the wife is like talking and she kind of like passes out. And so you're already knowing there's something weird and there's something up with this relationship. And the husband is going to they're about to get married, and the husband, the soon to be husband, is going to have his bachelor party. Well, he wants his fiance to go with him to the bachelor party, right? So again, I'm thinking this is a horror movie. Some weird shit's going to happen. They keep hinting at like something is going to happen. They keep hinting at around like something he's going to do, right? Well, spoiler alerts for this movie, because it's in and of itself very anticlimactic. All he's all he's trying to do is to marry her at the bachelor party, and then that's about it. They're all of the people there are toxic. They're all kind of shitty. The husband is especially shitty because you find out that they're in a horribly toxic relationship where basically he broke up with the girl, or the girl broke up with him, and then got drunk and like ran away, and then the wife accidentally ran him over, so then he like lords it over her and makes her feel guilty, and that's why they're going to get married. And then he's like dosing her with like animal tranquilizers or something. I don't know. The movie was
When
not
do the
very
birds
good.
get eaten?
There's no birds being eaten in the whole movie.
Oh,
It's a real prayer before dawn situation.
It's so like, the thing that's frustrating is like the acting is actually like pretty good. Like it feels very natural. Like I felt like the people involved in the movie like did a good job. It's just there's like nothing to this story, and it's so like it's just kind of, it's like a mumblecore movie. It's just people arguing for an hour and a half, and then you find out like the twist of their relationship, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, because like he's toxic, she's codependent, and it's like, what? That's it? That's like all I get? Like there's literally nothing. And there's no, like, not to sound like a weirdo, but I'm watching a horror movie. There's no murder. There's no like ghosts. There's no aliens. There's no monsters. There's nothing. There's just nothing. It's just a terrible couple surrounded by awful people who, I forgot to say that one other couple comes with the wife, and they're in a bad relationship too. And it's like, I left the movie going like, what the fuck was the point of this fucking movie? Like, I don't know. Like it's just not good. Like, and it's funny because I looked up on Reddit. I wanted to see what people thought of it, and everybody was the same thing. Like, why is this a horror movie? This is not a horror movie. And like, again, like it's one of those things where like the message of the movie is obviously like toxic men are bad, and I agree with that like I agree with the sentiment, but like the execution is like nothing. And it's like, well, it's a horror movie because like, you know, toxicity amongst men is just accepted. And it's like, yeah, I get it. I get that. And again, I don't disagree, but like you didn't really say anything. You didn't really do anything. Like, you know, like you could say something like Midsummer has a similar message, but is interesting and like does stuff like this. I don't know, man. Stay away from Bird Eater. No birds were eaten. I was, however, eating fried chicken as I was watching the movie, so I did my part. I did my
you
part.
watched it?
Kinda.
At least somebody showed up for
you
this.
decide you were going to watch it, and then
No,
order fried chicken.
I honestly had fried chicken in front of me.
I was he's like eating he's got a drumstick. He's like, hold the phone.
Wait a tick. Yeah. But that's all I watched. I watched half of Wet Hot American Summer, talking about classic comedy films with
You watched
comedy.
the Raptor thing? Is that why you watched it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't finish it though because I fell asleep, but that's a great movie. But everybody here likes that movie, I assume. I feel like we've all talked about it.
Shout out to Christopher Bologna in that movie because he
I
is
love
fucking
I
great.
I love the State Guys, and I'm glad they've made two movies. The 10 and this. I think
They're
maybe
both
another one.
tremendous.
They're both great. I love the 10. I will die on that hill. That movie is fucking hysterical.
Who's
Also,
anti the 10?
a lot of people don't like that movie. Also, the 10 has, and this is completely lost the time. The 10 has one of the funniest trailers you'll ever watch because it's just the announcer going, and
Just
yeah, just like it's
Wait,
fucking
do you think people really hate the 10 or you think they think of movie 34 or whatever and they are getting it mixed up?
I mean, the 10 might be one of those movies.
Both of them?
The 10 might be one of those movies, like Sean said with Brain Candy. Like it was not reviewed well upon release, but maybe it's one of those movies that has since gained a lot of steam. Because I don't know, the funny thing about The State is that like it's kind of lost, like it's kind of lost the time, right? Because it's impossible to watch in its original form. If you're not our age, like you're not going to remember The State. You'll know the actors because they all went to do other things. But yeah, I mean, I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for all those State guys. I love those guys. But anyway, I guess we got to talk about Rollerball.
I mean, again, contractually, I have to.
Yeah,
but you guys can check out.
Later, boys.
What happened in Rollerball?
Okay.
He took a big breath. He took like a resigned breath. He's like, all right.
Gogs, can I get before you start?
Go ahead.
Okay, to give you time to compose yourself.
Yeah.
So I texted everybody on Analog. So there's a rating for this first Rollerball match, which I'm sure Gogs will do his best to explain what's going on, but nobody knows. And it says 38. So I'm assuming it's based off the Nielsen ratings, which that's what you would do because it's only rating
Insta ratings.
It's the instant global rating system of everyone watching TV at once.
Right. It has a 38 share, which means that for this like regular season Rollerball match in a league that maybe is 2 years old, maybe is 10 years old, I don't know.
It's possibly illegal in the rest of the world too, because it's kind of hinted at that also. Like
3.8 billion people with a B are watching this simultaneously,
which is like half the Earth's population.
1/3 of the Earth's population.
No, back in 2001 though. We fucked since then.
True.
Yeah. An extra 3 billion.
I haven't, but
so to put it in some sharp relief, the highest viewed Super Bowl was 177 million people, which means 2,000% more people globally are watching this Rollerball match. And they make some lip service that other sports exist because, like the NHL, for some reason, definitely still exists. There would be no other sports. There would be no other industry. There would be nothing but Rollerball. You figure a population is asleep in the world, and half of the rest are watching this fucking Rollerball match. It's like I'm already done with this. It's like
it could be that they're not that smart. And they're just like 38% of TV viewers, which is still probably a lot of people, are watching this simultaneously.
Just the idea of like Insta ratings is funny to me because that's not how it works either, right? Like
they seem to know. Well,
I don't know. Back in the old days,
streaming they certainly do, right?
Well, back in the old days, I think there used to be actually like boxes.
You'd be
Nielsen families would have Nielsen boxes, and they would extrapolate based on viewing behaviors
they use them as sample sizes. Yeah. Well, anywho, Chris Klein and some guy from like Team Gunch or Team Drugs or something are like in San Francisco, and they're deciding to do a little bit of street luge because Chris Klein hasn't made it into the NHL yet. So
Because that's what you do in the off season.
That's what you do in the off season because it's extreme, baby.
With no padding and what is arguably not
like,
a street luge at all, but like
also,
a skateboard.
This is
it's three
lowest
skateboards strapped together.
Yeah.
The way this is shot is the slowest street luge you'll ever see.
So boring.
Everything in this movie shoots the action like it's not happening. Like it's
like my fat ass could have been jogging down the hills of San Francisco.
They're so slow going down this steep hill that they're slow enough that people to like stop and like pose and it's like they should be flying down that fucking.
They should be. It should look like when Clark Griswold sprayed that that sled down with that non-nutritive cereal varnish. Like he needs to like this is, and it's Chris Klein is just in like a sweatshirt and like hockey gloves from the 30s, and he's like, "Well, here we go."
Chris Klein declined his because he is the number 1 overall NHL draft pick because the coach wants him to play defense, which is something that every person in hockey has to do.
Yeah, he's
That's hilarious. I forgot he said that.
So yeah, you got Jonathan Cross, the greatest hockey player of all time.
Also, they started this scene by they had like a road rash-esque like this is an illegal street race and here's the cash. Like it was one of those things, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was stupid. So
Chris Klein yells at the guy because he almost kills him by making him run into a truck, and then Chris Klein proceeds to murder this man by throwing him about 200 miles into a store. So he definitely died.
And he killed other people who were just like, trying to write screenplays and shit.
Yeah.
So Chris Klein bombs his way down this hill. Fucking, I guess, out of nowhere using his Chris Klein tracking device. LL Cool J like snatches him up and like gets him away. He's like, "Hey man, I don't like doing taxes anymore. Come with me to Dagestan. You're the world's greatest hockey player." And Chris Klein's like, "No, NHL tryouts are tomorrow. I'm gonna be hockey." And he's like, "All right, well, I got a plane to catch."
Gogs isn't even doctoring the dialogue. It's this bad. It really is.
So then Chris Klein like fucks his way back to his house, and he sees outside of his apartment all of the police are like shaking everybody down. They have their clipboard. He's like, "Well, I guess I'm leaving right now." So he just walks to the airport and then gets on a plane to Dagestan.
Please his number 1 overall draft status for what is ostensibly a moving violation, assuming they don't know about the murders. Like he has to leave because he's like impeded traffic, so he has to flee to Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's not even illegal to do what he did, maybe, but like it's certainly not felonious. So well, not the murders, of course, but more on that later. So now it's 4 months later, and Jonathan Cross is the fucking Jalen Brunson of Rollerball. Like everybody's all up in his goods. And what's Rollerball, you might ask? Well, Paul Heyman will explain it to you, because Paul Heyman's like, you're gonna go off of this diving platform and go zippity doo dah around this figure 8. Then you're gonna jam this ball on a gong. And there's 2 guys on motorcycles, and there's 6 guys on rollerblades, and there's no rules except there's rules sometimes. And then the first
some of them are in Russian, so we don't know what they are.
I said this in the analog chat. This sport, it's impossible to know what's going on. I had no idea what the fuck is going on in this game. Like the game is ridiculous.
Quidditch for meth heads. Like this is like everyone's also dressed like they're an anonymous sex party.
You got like roller skaters, and then you got like guys in legit motorcycles flying around, and it's
there's just ramps. There's just ramps.
And there's tubes, ramps and tubes.
The geography of the playing area does not feel expansive either. Like the way the movie is shot, it looks like they have 2 turns that they just keep like resetting everybody and having them go around them. So it's like literally 8 by 8. It seems
they make a weird point to say you have to go around the track twice before you can score, but I don't think that's ever addressed again because
it's never been enforced. Like, is there like the refs or who's in there
on the course, because they have to shoot half of the shit from the waist up because they're not going to have these people actually skating with motorcycles. So like it is like impossible to follow what's going on.
Well, and they could
And it's
just
like,
use roller derby rules, which are basically, it's kind of that. Like roller derby, you
I
have to
still don't
go.
understand how roller derby works.
So the
I've been
person who
to half a
scores in
dozen
roller
roller
derby,
derby events. I've never understood what the hell the rules are.
I don't remember the name of the person, but whoever the person is who can score the points, because there's like one person who's
Mhm.
allowed to do that. That
The
person
roller.
has to pass the entire pack. They have to pass everybody once, and then if they get around again, they can score. So it's a similar sort of
Oh, okay.
thing.
I understand
But they score
juggling more
every
than I
time they
understand
cross
any of
the
these
starting
sports.
line that they're able to get around as long as they're still ahead of everybody in the pack. And this is just like you throw a
Okay.
ball at a closed off trumpet that's
You
mounted to
throw
the
a
ceiling for
ball
some
at a
reason.
gong that then ignites pyro
Yeah.
indoors.
EJ, have you
Anyway,
a roller derby match of the four or whatever that you've been to that did not explicitly that you went to have sex with some alt girl from Baltimore?
No.
call them
Okay.
Balt girls.
Why else would I have gone? Of course not. I've dated several people that were into that stuff. And I was like, yeah, this is cool. It's funny, they could never explain the rules to me either, which was fun. I was like, well, you're in the thing.
He's just there to roll her derby. So now these guys, Jean Renault invented the sport,
He is Russian or Arabic or French
or
or
French or whatever.
right? He's got an all Russian pit crew that's constantly looking at ratings, and Jonathan and LL Cool J are the best that ever done it. And there's poor people on their team, and also Rebecca Romaine, and they're beating other teams from wherever. So now it's time to go party like we're roller
Rebecca Romaine
stars.
has a hilarious bad Russian accent in this too.
Rebecca Romaine is also hideous because she has a
Oh.
tiny scar on her face.
She has Ready Player One disease, like the girl in Ready
Yeah,
Player One who
yeah,
has
yeah.
absolutely nothing wrong with her, but is like, I can't be seen by humans.
Yeah,
So
I think
yeah.
Ready Player One disease at exactly the same time. But
Yeah,
So
Rebecca.
after,
The only positive though is Rebecca Romaine's like rollerball helmet is fucking tough as shit.
it
It looks
is
really
dope.
cool.
It
Yeah,
is
it
the
real
looks
coolest thing in this whole movie.
the original movie's kind of like it's like several corporations own the world, like much like our own. They
Mhm.
use this to control the population basically because they're all obsessed with watching it. And it's about capitalism and like also like what society will accept as they're fed.
Yeah.
The movie is about mining or gambling or something. Like
It's
I don't like I'm
Well,
not
it's
sure.
it. Yeah, I mean they stripped like the original '70s movie, like you just said, is like a huge like political movie, right? Like it's anti-capitalist and anti-corporation. And this movie, like, they were like, oh, we can't do any of that. So they like stripped it all away because they're like, oh, this takes place over there. Like, this is an American thing. It's like, I don't know. It's like you squeezed out any meaning that this movie even had.
any attempt to be anti-capitalist or poor the people or whatever is just ham-fisted and sad. Like
Well,
it's
this shit would be making so much money. The gambling would be like so incidental.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
there's not much to say about people who have enough money that don't keep trying to take more. But like, they're express in the original movie, they get rid of the rules and all that shit to get rid of Jonathan E. because because in the Rollerball movie, the original one, he doesn't have a last name, just Jonathan E. Because he's like becoming like an icon, so they need to get rid of him for political reasons. In this, they make some kind of statement that they're trying to make it more exciting, but it's like they can't get any more of an audience. Everybody on Earth is already watching it.
But he needs a
Like,
cable deal, and he's not going to get it
he
unless
needs
they.
a North American cable deal.
Yes, so he's got to violent this up a little bit more.
a spot on something where 4 billion people are watching it would be okay. Also, he's got his vague mining operation or something.
No, he controls the guy who controls the mines. He's the puppet master of all the anyway, he's an oligarch. He's your favorite oligarch's favorite oligarch. Anywho, LL Cool J and not Keanu Reeves are balling tremendous in whatever stand, and they're driving around in I don't know what Chris Klein is. He's in a Shelby Firebird or something. He's in a car that's never existed. And they're whipping around. They're being chased around by a 6-wheeled Ford Explorer and then a Pontiac Transport on an 8-inch lift with mud tires because that's where their bodyguards reside. And then they go to like Club Dude, and that's just where they're going to go have their evening.
Which is where LL Cool J confirms that. I mean, LL Cool J's character in this movie is, I'm an accountant. I'm married and have kids.
Accountant.
Well,
yes.
But he identifies permanently as an accountant. Like he has trauma about being an accountant that is motivating everything he does. He is there because
I'd have to do 10,000 taxes.
He didn't like being an accountant and having the money that bought him the car he was in when he rescues Chris Klein from the street luge,
right?
In a not riveting rescue. And then they also have even fancier cars, but he's left his wife and kids at home. And then he is excited to get laid with 2 ladies at once because accountants don't get laid. But he got laid enough to have 2 kids, and he has a lot of money. So that all begs.
Hello, Cool J. Like, you cannot sell me on people like, I'm not fucking him. He's a nerd. Like, look at him. He's
right.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you went to H&R Block and LL Cool J is like, man, you got to claim more deductions? I'm like, I don't know. LL Cool J.
Definitely be itemizing.
Yeah.
Is it normal for you to lick your lips so much when you're doing taxes?
Yeah.
Now, see, as a marine
How many
biologist, that
dependents you
hat
got?
is like
Yeah.
a shark's fin, so you should deduct it.
Nice.
So anyway, they're out here partying it up and doing whatever. Also, there was like a it's not the future, I guess, but it is Dagestan. So everyone showers together. So we got a Starship Troopers-esque, everyone's nude in the same room scene with some of the like burliest ladies I've ever seen, like naked in a film.
Weird choice in the sound design where they're at the club, but they don't want to like have them yell or whatever because you need to know what they're saying. So like the music in the club is like so low you can't actually hear it. Like it's very bizarre.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about like audio realism, like I said to you in the chat, like there's no way anyone would be able to hear anything on the rollerball court. You have a crowd, you have motorcycle. Like, have you ever been next to a fucking motorcycle? Those things are loud as shit. Like, it would be like deafening. If anything, if they wanted to make the movie like realistic, they would have like fucking microphone headsets, like when you're in a fucking helicopter, because they're like talking, and it always bothers me because I always hate that. Like you just said with the club, like I hate when it's like the scene is clearly loud, but we can hear everybody like clearly. Like it doesn't. I don't know. It's just annoying.
They like calibrated all of the audio around the fact that Chris Klein talk whispers, and so they were like, "Well,
Yes,
none of the movie can be loud because of this." Like
that's a fair point. I didn't think about that.
It's nuts because he doesn't inflect, but he also just never raises his voice past like, "Hey, you think maybe we could do that in a bed sometime?"
Yeah.
Right. So okay.
Also, I have to fuck this hideous woman. Like, shame on
He's like,
me.
your face ain't that bad. I think he actually said your
says
face
that.
ain't that bad.
He literally says that. Your face ain't that bad. Fellas, let me ask you a question. If you ever told that to your significant other, how would that go for you? Your
and
face
is your significant other Rebecca Romaine?
Yeah. Your face isn't that bad. It's wild.
They have to fuck in Mankind's boiler room all the time.
Like, and there's like, yeah, so it's after the party. Like there's like
Sean.
old boy, like local Russian miner boy is drinking with local Russian miners, and he's like, I don't make enough money, and everybody's like, I don't care. And then Chris Klein's like, I'm gonna go bang this waitress, and then he gets back to home base, the roller rink ball zone thing where there's cameras everywhere and guards everywhere, and then him and Rebecca Romaine get it on till they die, and then it's the next day. It's more rollerballings. So we're rollerballings yet again, and everybody's like, we need to rollerball this up some more. So someone's like, all right, I got an idea. So they have a mentally handicapped guy on the team, and his helmet falls off,
dude.
and then he gets brained with the aforementioned rollerball.
What the fuck is this? All right, so, correct me if I'm wrong, because I lapsed in and out of consciousness watching this movie.
Sure.
He doesn't die.
According to the Wikipedia write-up, he does.
In the movie,
really?
I'm pretty sure they say he doesn't die.
They I think it's inconclusive.
Because again,
The movie just
in
like
the
doesn't spend any time on it. He gets
that
hit in the
makes no,
face. We see that in slow motion from like 6 different
From 8
angles, and then the
angles, we
movie's
just
like,
continue to see it.
oh yeah, it's shades of fucking Rollerblade 7 with some of these weird like showing you something 15 times in a row cuts. Like I was like, what the fuck is this? Maybe they're
Yeah.
paying homage to the Rollerblade 7.
But yeah, so then like once Forrest Jump gets fucking smashed in the mouth, like all of a sudden international ratings skyrocket and Jean Renault's like, ho ho ho. And he's like, more of that, please. So then that unlocks the kung fu inside of him. So then Chris Klein goes hard in the paint and wins the game for Mope or whatever the hell the guy's name was. So then they're back out partying again. And they're like, this one's for Dum Dum. And everyone's like, hell yeah. And then Rebecca Remain's like, hey, I know a guy who says that maybe that was on purpose. I was like, oh, like check out this helmet. It was cut. He's like, oh. And so then they're like, well, let's go to Dude's house. And Dude's house is been ransacked, and Dude is maybe dead. And then they beat up maybe a cop, and they're like, this is spaghettios, and decide that this is probably not a good idea. But because Chris Klein and LL Cool J are like rollerball roller teeth, that they're like, we'll be fine. So they decide that maybe we're gonna just keep doing this damn thing. But maybe not. So they decide to, is this when they decide to run away? Because there's more accidents and everyone gets scared.
well, there's still the
So-
scene where Chris Klein drives his fancy car into traffic, and then there's clearly
into,
like
like,
a
a
massive
riot?
riot happening.
Yeah.
And he sits there like, what? What's this? What's going
Right?
on? Like he has no brain for like, hey, maybe people are unhappy in the country you're in, dummy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then-
he's like, poverty exists? Oh no, I
Yeah.
have to say it in Chris Klein voice. Poverty exists? I can't even talk low enough so the mic will pick it up. Yeah, there you go.
yeah. So then Chris
What do you
Klein.
mean?
It
Chris
reminds me of
Klein
those
and-
memes where it's like the big Chad guy and he's like, just found out misogyny exists. That shit sucks. Like,
Periods, knock it off.
yeah.
So then Chris Klein's like, I don't know if we should do this. And El Cool's just like, more money than accounting. Just turn a blind eye. And everybody's like, okay, that's not bad. So then they have another rollerballs. And then at this rollerballs, Latimer is given the thumbs up to because Rebecca Romaine put her ugly face in their business. It's time to put an end to her. So they cut her like fuel line. And then I guess he just brought a flare onto the roller rink and no one gives a rat's ass. So then she's like flying around this thing with the worst CGI fire I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, it's so
and-
bad.
It's moving
And-
extremely slowly too, so there is no drama. You're like, oh, it's never going to catch up
And
to her before.
motorcycle is going slowly. And then Lawrence James is like, I need to go save her now. So then he whipperdoodles his motorbike around, grabs her before her bike just falls over and then burns a little bit, throws her to the side, and then he does an ollie off of the plexiglass and then lands in the crowd. And everybody's like, hey, rollerball. And so then they take him to Roller Hospital, and he is like, he's there with Jean Reno. Jean Reno like, are you gonna be okay? He's like, I'm gonna be fine. And then him and Chris Klein are like, we're not gonna be fine. We're gonna escape because Rebecca Remain's gonna dress up like the girl from The Cell and sneak us in money and passports, I guess. And then we're treated to 30 minutes, felt like an hour
Dude.
of night vision escape.
Dude.
But hear me
This
out,
felt-
kind of the best part of the movie.
There are two legitimate springs have erupted from our old decrepit mattress boings like over the course of this.
The boings are terrible, but the fact that like something is going on that feels like it's actually tense, that they are driving away and being pursued.
Why is it in night vision? Like, what was that decision? Because, like, you know, a common complaint that we all have about movies nowadays is that they're too dark and you can't see anything. And this shit is like, I can't see anything because everything's green. Like, this felt like a fucking Harmony Korine current film.
It's probably because they're driving the car 6 miles an hour and they don't want you to see that nothing's actually going on.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's fair.
But it's a choice. And Gogs is right, man. It feels like it goes on forever. I was like, for the first couple minutes, I'm like, okay, they're going to change back. Nope.
they're in night vision in the car they're in. Like
Yes.
they're not even in night vision in scenes that would warrant being in night vision. And it's not even night vision, it's just green. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's just
just
green.
green. And
It's
then
like watching it on a fucking Game Boy.
and so like their car gets wrecked, and then fucking LL Cool J, who was just recovering from a spinal injury, right, decides to like take the motorcycle that someone hid into this ice cream truck and start ripping it. And then there's a debate over kilometers an hour versus miles per hour because he's ripping 120 miles an hour down a Dagestan goat path without a helmet, and he's getting bugs in his teeth. Like it's so dumb. There are two Boeings, then lights are catching up. So they're like, oh man, who could be going that fast? It's a whole ass like C-130 or some such, because like the Dagestani Rollerball League has that kind of
It's a
like,
notable
money.
pursuit plane, right? The
Right, like
C-130. You're gonna
it's like fucking
deploy
it's like
those
fucking
to
Spy
intercept.
Hunter. Like it drops in front of him and like opens up. And anyway, Chris Klein bails out, and then because they got to go to the nearest border, which I guess is the Russian border, and then fucking LL Cool J is like, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna go for it. So he jumps a drawbridge. Why is there a draw? Do you know what drawbridges are for? They're for like commerce and boats to go under. There's no water. Like there's no reason this bridge, unless it's like a fortification like one would have at a castle, like a moat. There's a meaningless drawbridge, which LL Cool J launches over Dukes of Hazzard style. But then John Renault's like, let's see if he makes it. When he makes it, he tells his like KGB buddy to like just snipe him with a Barrett from 6 miles away.
Drawbridge. They're in Dagestan, so they might have like a Shai Hulud situation that they have to.
Oh, just worm crossing. Like we gotta just make sure this stays open. Well, anywho, then they take Chris Klein, and this part killed me. I don't know why this stuck with me. They sit him down in the C-130, and they handcuff him to a fire extinguisher. But the
Yeah.
fire extinguisher, they handcuff to the strap. The strap is a quick release strap because you have to release the fire extinguisher to use it to fight the fires, right? So anyway, Chris Klein is handcuffed to a fire extinguisher release strap, and John Renault's like, you're gonna do this for me. He's like, no, I'm not. And then John Renault's like, well, fuck you then. And he hits the button to open up the thing. But the only guy who's safe is Chris Klein because he's strapped to the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the room is just loosey goose, could just fly out of the back of this plane. But anywho, Chris Klein comes around. He's like, you know what? I'm clearly the intellect here. I'm gonna outsmart Jean Renault. I'm gonna tell him I want a percentage. And, because Sanjay, the his like second is like, hey, listen, man, I know you don't care about yourself, but what about the girl? And Chris Klein's like, oh, farts. And then he's like, yeah, think about that one time.
Farts.
So then Chris Klein's like, never mind. I want to be in on the gambling and the money and the hooers, but I don't want Rebecca Romaine and her ugly face around anymore. So send her somewhere else. He's like, I'll take care of her. He's like, no, don't kill her, just trade her. And he's like, all right, no problem. And then Chris Klein goes back to do push-ups before tonight's rollerball match. And then uh John Renault says to Sanjay, he's like, that guy thinks he's so smart. Well, fuck that dude. We're gonna trade her to the team they're playing tonight, and then they'll have to fight each other to the death in rollerball. And then we're gonna retire him, and then I'm gonna get my North American cable deal because I'm in charge of the guys in charge of the mines. So then it's
Wild that
roller.
like the GMs and whatever in this league, like the owner of the league just determines who gets traded where.
Yeah, like
yeah.
He's
He's just
moving
like-
people between teams. It's like,
Do you
yeah,
remember
we'll just
what,
put you.
Alec? Do you remember when the Pelicans were in receivership and the NBA voided that Chris Paul deal?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Except in this case, they're forcing the deal.
They're also trading her like overnight because isn't that supposed to be like
they're
the
trading
next
her
day?
that day. The game is that night. And so I forget. Oh, there's also something earlier where Chris Klein doesn't wear his like armadillo spine protector or something. So maybe he finally, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, so now it's Rollerball Eve and it's about to be a rollerball fest. And there's like special one night only rollerball, no rules. It's a no ruler balls. And then it's just pandemonium. But then like people are getting got like left, right, and center, but then that triggers a revolution. And at some point, I think Chris Klein does like a double flying kick through the plexiglass and just catches Jean Renault like right in the chin a stupid movie gets
There's also like
exponentially
an
more stupid.
older, drunken, bearded man who is supposed to be our like everyman
He's
surrogate.
leading the minor revolution against the KGB.
He's just been watching this, and then suddenly he won't sit down when the crowd control like heavy comes over to tell him to sit down. He's like, I won't do that, and then everybody's like, we won't do that either because he's Spider-Man.
They've got two guys with Glocks to handle roughly, I don't know, 30,000 people in this arena.
Yeah.
And we're like at the end of the movie. We haven't even mentioned Paul E. Heyman.
Yeah,
I mentioned Paul Heyman earlier.
a little bit.
Oh,
but
did you?
Yeah,
he's got a lot of.
but
He's
Paul
got a
Heyman
lot
is
of
just
screen
like,
time in this
yeah,
movie.
he's just the whole time is like, never in my life. Like it's just a lot of that.
Well,
like,
yeah, what I said over text when we were talking was like he has the most interesting emotional arc in the movie because he goes from being fully invested in how cool Rollerball is to being like, wait a minute, Rollerball's bad. This has to be stopped.
yeah,
Yeah.
And once he's done monologuing about that lady's nipples or whatever, that shit was weird.
Yeah.
This whole movie, like I think something had happened to John McTiernan because this movie is not Predator. Like I don't know how he got here, but yeah, I guess he did go to prison over it. But anyway,
Die Hard, right? Too. He didn't
Die Hard as well.
Die Hard with a Vengeance, Last Action Hero.
Yeah,
those are some
John
bangers.
McTiernan
And Predator. He did Predator too.
Yeah.
yeah, he did Predator. He did Die Hard, Last Action Hero. Yeah, Hunt for Red October. I love that movie.
Damn.
The Thomas Crown Affair, 13th Warrior, which is
pretty
not good.
I remember liking No, wait, that's Antonio Banderas. No, I did not like him.
He's like a
You're thinking-
Spanish Viking or
you're
something.
thinking
Yeah, that's the one
Last
based on the
Samurai.
Michael Crichton book.
Yeah.
You love The Last Samurai.
I did
Yeah.
like The Last Samurai.
But anyway,
Wow.
they lead a revolution and they topple the government of Rollerball. And then him and Rebecca Romaine get to be together forever. And then I guess maybe he gets to go play hockey again. Also, LL Cool J left his wife a widow and his children orphans. Well, not orphans, but maybe the wife will die of grief.
Yeah.
And that's Rollerball, baby.
Yeah, this movie sucked ass. Like
It sucks on like there's a house band that sucks. The music sucks. This whole
I
thing
gotta
sucks.
I gotta keep it $1.50 with y'all. I fell asleep multiple times in this movie, and I was just like, "Fuck it." I didn't rewind it. I just let it go. I was like, I can't go back. I can't do this again. Like, I almost was like, I'll start it over, and I'm like, no, I can't. I can't do it. It was real bad. This is a tough one. Alec, was your favorite part of the movie getting to see Shane O'Mac on the big screen?
Did he even have a line?
No, but he was
They just
shown
look at him for a
twice.
second.
He was like
It was
at
just
that
him pretending America 250.
I remember him. Why even have him in the movie if he doesn't even say anything?
Well, I wonder if WWE had anything to do with this movie because, well, one, like I think Gog said it, this movie is very WWE films coded. This feels like a WWE film without being one. But like Heyman's in it and Shane's in it. Like I wonder if they had any kind of like producing role in it because it's weird to have.
Not according to their Wikipedia.
No,
Also,
it's weird to have
Slipknot's
Shane in
in
the
it.
movie. Yeah, Slipknot's in the movie. That's right. I forgot Slipknot is in the fucking movie. I forgot all about that.
That other
Another
band,
scene-
the house band at the beginning of the movie, I did not think that was terrible.
No, I
They were
kinda
good.
liked
They
it.
were a good Rage Against the Machine knockoff.
Yeah, they could have gotten the DX band for cheaper though.
Hell yeah! Are you
But yeah.
ready?
Are you
Are you ready?
I'll never forget that one WrestleMania where they actually played. It was really,
Was that X7?
I think so.
That's the
Great
best
WrestleMania
I've
though.
ever seen.
Great WrestleMania. But
That was the good one where we got the only time a Limp Bizkit song has actually got me fired up for anything.
hell yeah. We used to be a proper country.
You want
But
to wars because this shit sucks.
yeah.
Well, let's watch WrestleMania for next week's show.
Yeah, let's just watch WrestleMania 17. Sean.
0.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
what?
0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, zero. Not only does it have the cardinal sin of being both confusing and boring, it's a terrible movie. On top of that, it ruins a great movie. So like it is like 10 toes down in like everything that I hate. Like it has no point. It makes no sense. But like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't not make sense in like a fun like guy sweeping peanut shells for 45 minutes kind of way. Like it just like it attempts to have a structure but fails somehow at every level. Um, I don't know like what they're rebelling against specifically. I don't know what anybody's motivations
The
are.
mines, I think.
I guess I this is just it is abysmal. Like I fucking hated every minute that I was watching this. Nate.
Yeah, it's a zero. There's almost a desire to give it a one because of the nudity, because that exists, and I know that's kind of a show rule. But at the same time,
just a
none
little
of
bit
it,
nudity.
nothing is good. It's all just literally like what Sean said. The whole movie is insufferable. It thinks that it's cool. It thinks that it's edgy. It thinks that it's extreme. It is none of those things at any point, not even in a way that's sort of endearing. And there's no exposition in the movie to tell you why anything is happening, so you're just watching Chris Klein bumblefuck his way from one blank check to another until he gets to be the people's hero for being the one who didn't die at any point and didn't really make any difficult choices. Like
John Cross, who didn't die.
the the only semi-interesting action bit in it is at the very, very end when he like fires a shotgun that is still on the rack. But like it doesn't he doesn't shoot anybody who nothing feels earned. Like literally nothing in this movie feels earned. It is the least earned movie that's ever existed. And so yeah, what's the point? Gogs.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. It's a zero. It's a movie so bad that it is wiped the boobs off the board. It is the also I don't
The unthinkable has happened.
I didn't know that Rebecca Romaine ever took her gear off. Like so that was, pleasant surprise. But still, this movie sucks. Chris Klein sucks. LL Cool J sucks. The sport of rollerball sucks. Uh it's so on paper this can't be it is amazing how boring this movie is. It is like they say that Titanic was like a perfectly engineered disaster, like everything had to go exactly wrong for that to like be as bad as it was. Like this was like lab grown to be like the worst. Like it's just so boring. Like it took me 3 attempts to watch. I had to watch it in three.
I believe it.
And each stint felt like a full hour. Like I thought this was like I was watching Apocalypse Now Redux. Like I just like this keeps going. And it's so pointless. I hate it. And I kind of hate John McTiernan now, even though he's made 2 of my favorite movies ever. Out.
It's gonna get a 1 because
Fuck.
I didn't have to hear Chris Klein sing in this movie, unlike American Pie.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, hearing him sing "How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You" was like auditory cancer.
God, I forgot about that scene. Yeah, that is a brutal scene in
That
that.
they would
it's
give
a
him
1.
the solo or like the part of the duet. There's somebody else can sing better in that entire school.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and he like scat at the end of it. He's like, "I was just going where it took me, man."
Oh yeah, that's right. He was like, "Ooh, bop,
He's like,
doo,
"Scooby-Doo
bop."
bop, a doo bop." Man, Chris Klein sucks. This movie
So
sucks.
bad. He's so terrible.
Chris Klein does suck.
TJ?
That's me.
Yeah.
It's fucking zero, man. This movie's fucking awful.
The movie averaged a 0.2.
Dude, it's so fucking like I mean, I'm just echoing everything you guys have said. It's so fucking boring. Like, and it's funny because the movie starts out and it's got to have this cold open with this cool, extreme street luge thing. And it's the most piss boring ass. Like, there's
Like-
no sense of speed.
Wonder how boring this movie is.
Yeah.
So we picked it.
How boring is it?
Last Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Me and Stacy watched it either Friday or Saturday. Like, we got high and watched it. Today, she was like, "Did you watch a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, we watched it together." She's like, "What was it?" I was like, "Rollerball." She's like, "What's that?" We watched the entire movie, and she forgot because it was so bad and forgettable.
I wish I had that Eternal Sunshine thing that she had going on for this, but since we kept mentioning the street luge, wouldn't it make more sense in the language of the movie that he was like skating?
Yeah,
it makes like infinitely more sense.
He should be like a fucking I don't know, it's like extreme rollerblade. Like
you could do the exact same sequence just on rollerblades.
Yeah. It's terrible, but it's funny because like that opens up, right? And immediately you're like, oh, this is gonna suck ass because this is so fucking boring. And then again, when they obviously like even in the original, like the sport wasn't like the draw of the movie. And like they just the way that the rollerball scenes are shot is just everything is so flat and boring. And like Sean said, the motivations are just all over the place. And I don't know, they just again I keep going back because the thing is that it doesn't ruin the original because the original's great. But like I just kept thinking of the original and I'm like, that movie is great. It had a point. This movie has no point. Also, this movie sucks ass because they couldn't even get what's his name? James Caan to like have a cameo in this movie. You know what I mean? Like when you can't even
he does cameos in anything.
Well, that's just the thing, right? Like every time
he should have been like Jean Reno's character.
Well, anytime you do one of, and they probably asked him to do it, and he probably said, "Fuck no." Probably saw the script, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." Because anytime you do one of these like fucking legacy sequel things, they always get the original guy in there for like a little bit of a shine. But you couldn't even get him. What's that, Sean?
The longest yard thing. You got to get Burt Reynolds back in there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like it fucking what was that fucking Maverick? Remember Maverick with Mel Gibson and
James Garner was in that.
Even recently, that movie
even Maverick.
No, what was that movie that we liked with Baby Goose where he was the Fall Guy? They even got the fucking Fall Guy in that movie, the original Fall Guy.
Yeah,
like you always get the original guy in the fucking long after sequel. And I'm sure Jimmy Caan was like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. Like, I don't need to do anything to do with."
Well,
this.
He probably never would have read a script anyway, but they were probably like, "Who's in it?" He was like, "Who's in it?" Like Chris Klein and LL Cool J.
Yeah, no,
I'm good, fam.
Yeah,
even back for that piece of shit Blade Runner sequel.
Yeah, it's just like
what was Jimmy Caan doing in 2002 though? Just out of curiosity.
Waiting for Thief 2 to come out.
What sports?
Yeah, that's probably right around Elf. That was like 2002, 2003. Way better choices to be in that than Rollerball.
Yeah, Elf was 2003. God, he's in a lot of stuff I've never heard of.
Is he still alive?
He was in The Way of the Gun in 2000. He died in 22.
Year. No, 22.
Shit. R.I.P. Legend.
Shout out.
He was cool. He was a fucking cool ass actor.
I mean, all he had to do was thief, and that was he thief and fucking
he was in
Godfather. Those two things alone, he could have ate for the rest of his life.
And he did.
You're right, guys. He did a lot of stuff. I like. What is this?
Yep.
Well, all of that, and he couldn't do the Rollerball.
If we want to watch the other Rollerball movie, though, we can. Here's how we get there.
Well, I was about to ask if anybody has a pick, so
I'm just gonna throw this out there. It's a two-stepper, but
nope, only one step.
Damn it. Oh well, I'm gonna say it anyway.
Sorry.
If we wanted to watch The Program, because Latimer was in this movie, and then Jimmy Caan is the coach in The Program.
I'm fine with that. I haven't seen.
But I'm not saying that's what we have to do. I'm saying that's how we get there.
Let's do The Program.
Do The Program, another sports movie.
Yeah,
sure.
Hopefully better. No, I remember
it's more extreme.
Extreme is The Program the one that has the guy like laying in the highway?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
What do you do this one?
Halle Berry's in The Program.
Halle
not remember that.
Berry.
Hit the quarterback so hard his grandmother dies.
Her middle name is Dingle.
Yep.
Kill
The
everyone.
only thing I remember from Rollerball from the program is when they drop the kid. They're in class and the guy drops the football, and they all dive into like the middle of the aisle to recover the fumble.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that happens.
Omar
All right.
Epps, I believe.
The program. We'll watch the program.
All right, boys.
Football. All right, everybody. That's the show. You know what to do. Eat your own ass. Get the fuck out of here. Don't
No,
watch
no.
Rollerball. Don't watch 2000s Rollerball. Do something better
Don't
with
do
your
it.
time. Brent, if you're
Anything
listening,
else?
don't just skip this one. I know you've been following us, but this one you can take a pass. You can take a mulligan on this one.
Does
All right,
he
boys.
listen to
All
the
right.
show then watch the movie?
I think
Or does he
so.
No,
watch the movie
he
first?
watches the
You
movie
need to
first, so he's not
preemptively-
Oh,
going to
he
hear it.
watches the
no,
movie
text
first.
He watches the movie first because he wants to experience what he wants to be part of the
God
conversation.
bless him.
God love
God
him.
fucking bless him. What a
You
true
text
fan of the
him.
show.
You need to
Unlike
text him, tell him not to
Anthony.
waste the time this week.
He's probably already watched
Yeah,
it.
it's too late.
It's
already too late.
The
By the
damage
time
is
I
done.
upload the show, he's already watched. When he's he's already probably already watched.
Sorry, Brent.
Expect
Like
a
I said,
text.
shout out to Brent, a real fan of the show, unlike fake fans of the show like Anthony, who hates the show, hates
Hey, watch
everything
Jaws
about the show.
again.
Yeah.
God.
What a dick. Fuck
All
that
right,
guy.
later, dudes.
See you guys. Bye bye, everybody.
Good night, boys.